I had just met this girl in 2002. I was making roughly a third what she was making. I mean, I think she was making just over 100K. She was actually having some angst about just having made 100K when the rest of her family had already made like 200K a year and stuff like that. So this caused me a great deal of stress and strain.
Of course.
We met in April of 2002.
And she said that by December of that year,
I probably should be making around 90K a year to be in her league. I basically have made 90K since 2002, but maybe not 90K a year. When people insult you or give you a hard time or just make your life living hell, in a way they're doing you a service. Girl finds boy, boy is not up to girl's fiscal standards, boy has to convince girl that there are things other than fisc that are important to making the boy appealing to girl. There's a book by Bill McKibben called, I don't know, but it's basically one of his catchphrases for the first chapter was, more is not more. The internationally researched threshold for happiness is 20K. Once you get past 20K a year, you're basically not necessarily any happier, but we can certainly both agree that at some point, that point may be $1 million, it may be $10 million.
Yeah.
But for many people, it may be much less. You know, we have the GNP index in America. Bhutan measured themselves by a sort of happiness or UDL index, UDL being an economic unit of happiness. How much satisfaction does this ice cream give me versus that water? Basically, Bhutan's the highest scoring, the happiest country on earth. When I was relatively poor, and a lot of poor people are always so obsessed and interested in the idea that they're poor that sometimes they spend quite irrationally. They spend in a binge fashion. I've been responsible, you know, all week long. Let's just go out and, you know, just have a night in the town. And if you have, say, a TV telling you that life could be better, then you may feel obligated to go out and make life better for a night. This, of course, leads to a rapidly increasing stress. Like if everybody was poor in some agrarian town, which we used to have in the South and much of the North as well here in America, then everybody's poor. But everybody's relatively satisfied because they know their place. I get up in the morning and I putz around on the internet for an hour. I just sit in front of my computer. I could be writing. I should be writing. I have an appetite for amusement. I don't see it as an adaptive appetite, but then again, that, coming back to Successes for Losers, may be something that ultimately serves me. I applied to 7 grad schools, got into all of them. I could not have done that out of high school. You know why? Because I didn't have any drive. Intelligence is not the key. You can be as dumb as a box of rocks, and a lot of people in PhD schools are. All it takes is a sort of unself-conscious drive to just keep on plugging at it. I still don't have that. I get up in the morning and I sit on the internet for an hour. And I'll probably go back tonight and sit on the internet for another hour. You know, remember Chris Herndon? She was saying, "Oh, Alan, you haven't changed at all." And I said, "Oh, we're ourselves, only more so." And as we get older and older, we'll become even better at playing with the imperfect deck that our parents gave us.
But in playing with that deck, you also change the cards a little bit, right?
You're right, I have changed the cards. I used to be infamous for using big words. And I've learned, mostly from seeing other people do it, that it's actually a very off-putting kind of thing. More is not more. Less is also not more either. We're kind of stuck. We can't move up and become happier, and we can't move back and become happier either. So we have to sort of sidestep the issue.